Mullins and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come off Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
For a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. Week 2, we'll see what he can do. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Jackson going to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Mark Andrews. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2. At the 37-yard line.
They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
a 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Duvernay. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
This is caught. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked humming here in the early going.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front. Now this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They're on 21-yard line.
Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They're trying for Washington, but the pass intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And now this throw complete to Washington. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Good for a Pittsburgh Steeler. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
Here's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Lamar Jackson sacked. A loss of 9.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the play.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. (21-0) our score after 1.
Ravens 21. Steelers nothing.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Complete to
Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
51, Mike 51.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Deontay Johnson, incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On second down now. It's Caldwell. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it'll be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The 46-yard line.
Back to throw here. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The handoff to
Calais Campbell on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Going with a big fullback. Watt. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They run for it with Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jakeem Grant now to return. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
That's not good enough, man.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Russell. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
31. Steelers 7.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
10-10 at their own 24-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
to throw now on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Ebron caught left side. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to Jacksonville to see what's going on with the Jags. And you can see there, it's the visiting LA Rams who have the lead in that one. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And at the half, they are down to the visiting New York Giants. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys are on the road to Blowout City. They lead it big. As we send you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a first and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round? That's what I call a steal.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. It's a gain of a yard.
And on third down, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense, has to pick their game up as well. And if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
7 yards the pick up there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
They run again with Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he completes it to Hunt. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Complete to Kareem Hunt. He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Washington, incomplete.
And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
8 yards.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on fourth down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And Boswell's kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
31, Steelers 10.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
To Marquise Brown.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 10-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Steelers 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 27-yard line.
Throw on target. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards.
Back to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Ebron's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Tucker.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Steelers.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
A 5-yard loss leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Strong left. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Justin Madubuike. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
That's the score. Ravens 41. Steelers 13.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on first down. It's Caldwell, and he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
Today's final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.